Guys, welcome back to my channel mentor session. Today I'm making the first video of the week. Today being Monday. Probably this video you're going to be seeing it on Tuesday, and this video is all about direction for the week. Let's get into the video. So I've seen a lot of comments talking about what do you look for immediately you enter the market, what do you look for, and other things. So this is a brand new week, and because it's a brand new week, I have to look at the market as fresh new stuff. So this is exactly what I'm going to be looking for in the market today and what I have seen in the market today. So for the first pair, we have BTC. Sorry, we have BTC. BTC has created a new BTC has created a new high right here. I saw this on I saw it. I majorly concentrated on BTC last weekend, but I stopped buying BTC after the last. I think our last trade on BTC tip or something. I cannot remember, but I stopped buying BTC. Immediately took out this high because after a high or a low, a strong high or a low is taken out, there will be retracement. That is one valid short thing that you can hope on. So after BTC took out this high, I didn't really concentrate on BTC again because last week I mostly did gold and Euro USD, but most especially gold. So after this high was taken out, I did not concentrate on the market anymore. I came back on Saturday or Sunday and I saw some stuff going on here because of this retracement here. I was not expecting any bullish intent. What I did, I started looking for sales in the market. Let me go down to the 1 hour time frame. So around this place, 1 hour time frame, I spotted the break of structure, and I spotted this liquidity right here. I was expecting sales from this point of interest. I was waiting from this point of interest, but price didn't reach this point of interest. I was expecting sales from this point of interest right here after the inducement and the rest, but price didn't react from that point of interest, and I missed the trade. I didn't take it personal because I wasn't really hoping on I wasn't really hoping on making money this weekend. So that's all for BTC. But that's not all for BTC. Definitely not. Let's go back to 1 day time frame. So to 1 day time frame, or you know, after you always expect retracement after price takes out a major high or a major low. Now the next thing I'll look out for. Oh, sorry, not you. Next thing I'll look out for is where or when do I expect price to start reversing back to the original direction that is bullish or bearish. So that's it. They're looking for point of interest. You can see that price used this week. I think price used this week to buy. So for 1 week, let me just mark out the body of these candlesticks as a point of interest for reversal on 1 week. I just have to mark it out. That's it. I'll make it appear only on this interval. So I'll just have to mark it out. That's what we just do. We keep going down, mark up possibility, point of interest. Just treat it as if it's a normal 1 hour time frame, 30 minutes time frame, whatever works for you. So on 1 day time frame, what do we have here? On 1 day time frame, you can see this point of interest, and this should be where price reacted from. Last time price was here, that was August 25th. This is where price reacted from. Last time price was here, and it just today I saw my mentor's own direction, and he was talking about price could possibly come and use this other breaker. So like in the sense that this breaker formed liquidity. This breaker, the first breaker price reached form liquidity for the next breaker. I don't know if you've watched most of the Lingard videos I posted, you don't see that link that always talks about the first breaker that failed. And most times price will come, take out, use the second breaker, form liquidity for the first breaker that failed. So that was his own view in this market. So he was talking about price reacting from this first breaker down here, which is definitely possible. But before we consider that first breaker down there, we need to understand that 1 day time frame still has a point of interest. Assuming that order flowed from this, because this point of interest right here, this point of interest had liquidity. This POI had this as its liquidity, and price tapped into it before pushing to the upside. So assuming it's a very strong and valid point of interest for price to be buying from, the next point of interest will be this daily order block right here. So this is where my concentration is on BTC. I could say that I'm bullish on BTC. That depends on if I have a shift in market structure and everything. If I see a bullish structure right here for buying, I think I'll take it. But if this other block fails, then I'll start looking at for buys in this first breaker, the first breaker that failed. You can see right here that there is no valid point, there is no unmitigated POI down here, because this price tapped into this other block right here, so nothing valid there. That's it for BTC. So the what's left is just going to 1 day time frame. 1 day time frame, 30 minutes. 30 minutes, sorry, 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour time frame. It's better to just stick within 1 hour or 30 minutes. So this will be the first market structure shift. And if we actually have this first market structure shift, we'll not want to sit on 5 minutes or that kind of lower time frame. We'll not want to sit any of those time frames. So if the first MSS is going to come, then I preferable to be on 30 minutes, 1 hour MSS, pull back liquidity and the rest before they buy to the upside. But if it fails, we go on to the next PY and just maintain the bearish flow of the market. So what next? What next? What next? What next? Let's go on to the next pair. What is the next pair? Let's go on to GPUSD. GPUSD, like I have somebody talking about GPUSD and everything. So this is I'm bullish on GPUSD, but the question is why am I bullish on GPUSD? That's the main question. So let me just go on to my 3 months time frame. I'll go on to my 3 months time frame and keep breaking it down just like every other pair. So just make sure you stick to the end of this video. This stuff isn't hard, like it ain't hard at all. It ain't hard, bro. So we have price reacting from a daily 3 months order block. I'll just mark it out. We have price reacting from a 3 months order block. So why? Okay, first I'll say it's reacting from a 3 months order block. So why is the reaction important? Because on 3 months GPS is bearish. Like I don't even need to start marking this stuff out. You can already see. Okay, if you go to FXN, you see the rest. But I think this was a break of structure to the downside. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, another lower low. That's what we're expecting. I've talked about this in many of my videos. I'm talking about GPIC is probably bearish from 3 months time frame, and continuation of the bearish intent will soon start continuing and the rest. So I've talked about it in so many lives. Sorry, I privated most of my life, but probably make me want. Okay, I done 3 months time frame. Go to our 1 month time frame. On 1 month time frame, you can see that price have tapped into the other block, 3 months other block, but price is retracing to the upside. So why I think on the last video, on range, or I don't know, maybe just the last video I just created, I talked about where this where this is reacting from and everything. So let's go to our 1 week time frame, check if there's anything special we're going to see, and there's probably nothing special. Nothing. You can just see another block. You can see on 1 week time frame, you can see another block, but I think there is more details why this is valid, more details in the 1 day time frame. So let's not just stress about the 1 week view. So I thought about that prices, although price is bearish from the higher time frame, we have retracement, and because we trade lower time frame, we have to like understand this retracement. Where is it coming from? Where is it going to? It's coming from the first there was a sell coming from 3 months. Now there's retracement from let's say 4 hours QMR. So what we have right here, what we have right here is a 4 hours QMR. The same thing here, that's what we have here. And this retracement is coming out to take out the structural liquidity and probably tap into this PI and continue the sell to the downside. And if price doesn't respect this point of interest, move up, breaks, we now know that price is bullish. So that's one of the good things about trading higher time frame. You could, if price comes there and we are wrong, we'll probably take one loss or maybe two losses, and we'll continue in the right direction. So that's it. For this QMR, you can see the sweep. You can see there's a break of structure right here. You can see there's another break of structure to the downside, another break of structure to the downside. This is the first pullback, the structural liquidity, and we have a valid order block up here. So that is where, and that is why price is retracing to the upside to tap into the QMR of 1 day. QMR is a very, very strong reversal pattern, a very, very strong reversal pattern. Everybody knows that. So that's what's attracting price to the upside. So what is aiding it? Aiding the move to the upside on a 4 hours. I think on my last video I talked about this stuff. You can see the QMR right here. You can see the QMR right here. That's what, I don't know if some people are not still understanding this stuff, but I think so most people get it. We have sweep, break of structure, the upside, break of structure. This is the first pullback. Then this was the other block, and it's held. It's pushing price, take out the structural liquidity and tap into the POI. So that's it. So since price did this, I've been looking for buys in the market, buys and buys and buys and buys in the market, and this POI is just the continuation of the buy. So let me just explain. Some people would have expected me. So there is still possibility that if this was in the right zone, there's still possibility price will use the week. Price is going to tap into the week, create inducement, use the body and buy. Don't know if you're following Tony on Twitter, you see many times they have done stuff like this. When the point of interest has a long week, price will just use the week and use the week, create inducement, use the body and continue the direction. But in this case, if you watch my range video, okay, I'm always talking about this range video. You guys should go and watch it. And this is the new range. I'll not be explaining much about range. So this is the new range. From here to there is the structural range. This is the new range. This point of interest is in the premium zone, and this point of interest in discount zone. So I'm taking my buys from the breakout block down there. You can go to your 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, and refine your entry. You can see this breaker block is another block close to the breaker block. You could just cover the start of the breaker block from the week, and you could close the body of the breaker block, or you can close the whole week. That depends on you. How much? I don't know. Some people like saying I can't risk more than 30 pips. I can't risk more than how many pips. I don't know how many pips this is. Seriously, I don't know much about pips. So not really important in my journey. But wait, stop losses. I think this is 22 pips. Okay, 22 pips. Not bad. Okay, so that's it for GBPUSD. I've explained that I'm bullish on GBPUSD. I'm bullish to tap into the bearish POI. And if the bearish POI fails, I know that price is definitely bullish and is going to just take out everything. If price can take out this high we have right here, okay, not this high, but the 3 months high, if price can take out that 3 months high, we are going to be bullish on GU for a very long time. Probably for who knows how many years. But that's not the main issue here. So the next pair, this video is taking too long. The next pair will be Euro US. Let me do USG pair that has more stuff to talk about. This video taking, most people don't have patience to watch video to the ending, so trying to make this stuff as short as possible, as short as possible, as short as possible. On GPS, USJPY, I'm bearish. USJPY, I'm bearish. Let me explain. Head over to a 3 month time frame. If you are looking for more information on USJPY, you know that Forex just come don't have much information on it. So you need to go to FXM to see the other side of it. That's all. But that is, even when I looked at FXM, there was not much information. I think GPUSD should be bullish. So on 3 month time frame, you can definitely see that GPUSD is bullish. So that's it. Okay, that's it. That's it. But you can see that price want to retrace. Now, if price was to retrace on a 3 month time frame, where will price continue to direction to the upside? I mark up my PY. That's the question I ask myself on this time frame I am. If price was to do this, which PY will it take? Simple question. I mark out the PY. I already mark out my inducement there. So on this stuff, on 1 month time frame, you can see that price is trying to, you can see USJPY is trying to form a retracement. And on my one of my lives, I talked about this retracement being from a resistance level. This retracement being from a resistance level. Yeah. This retracement is from a resistance level. You will need to go to FXM to like spot resistance level because it has more data. I don't know. I think resistance level is right here, but we could just fit in right here, possibly. So that's the resistance level, and price is possibly going to fall to the downside. It didn't really mitigate the resistance level, but I shouldn't be using a line to present this resistance level. I think the resistance level is very obvious on 1 week time frame, so I should have used the zone to mark it out in case it was every time to bounce off that line. So that's what I would have done, but not really important right now. So on 1 month time frame, let me first and concentrate on 1 month time frame. If price is going to sell, it's going to sell to the downside. Where on 1 month time frame will the reverse happen from? This is the inducement. Looking at it very well, you can obviously see that this is going to be the inducement. This single candle right here is the main inducement before this other V-shape inducement. So where is PY? Where are we going to take our buys from? We'll take our buy from the body of this 1 month 1 month order block. So on 3 months we had POI down here. On 1 month you can see that the best point of interest will be from right here, then push to the upside. Probably price will come down and push to the upside. So I'm still wasting a lot of time on 1 week time frame. On 1 week time frame, we will find what are we looking for. So there is possibility that price just tapped up a resistance level, and you can see that price is trying to retreat to the downside. How many weeks now? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the fifth week. Price is trying to retreat to the downside. So what are we expecting? And before we start saying start being like speculation, I told you there is a resistance level, but apart from being a resistance level, there's a 1 week order block right here. I talked about this in many of my lives. I privated all of them for personal reasons. So we can see the other block right here. Break of structure to the downside. Wait. Okay. Break of structure to the downside, and we had to pull back our inducement. Price came back down. It retraced very, very well, at least 50%. So this inducement is definitely valid. Definitely valid. We had mitigation. I think what month was that? I mistakenly took an early sell right here, thinking our price was not going to tap into the PY. But price did come back and mitigate the PY very, very well. Then we had retracement to the downside. And what I'm looking for is extra sales to the downside. But still planning on sales to the downside, I have to also consider that there's possibility that price might want us to go bullish, or there'll be a reaction. This is 1 week time frame. 1 week time frame, yeah. There could be a reaction for 2 days or so where price just needs to retrace for so amount of time. So I have to also mark out the possible point of interest for that reversal. Now this point of interest is where when price reaches that point of interest, I either chill I either stop taking new entries or just chill on taking any entries or close my entries when price reach there. If price was to sell and takes out this inducement right here and tap into this 1 week order block, I will just chill. If I have an open trade, I'll probably close it to wait and check if there's going to be confirmation for bullish intent, even if it's not going to be that much strong, but at least there should be little retracement from that point of interest. So that is it. So when I have like made up my mind on that, we go to our 1 week time frame. We go to our 1 day time frame. Sorry, 1 day time frame. You can clearly see this breaker. You can clearly see this breaker. You can clearly see that this breaker. Although you could still argue that this breaker would have been the best point of interest for it, but I didn't, I didn't really catch this. I didn't really catch this breaker, but this breaker would have been the best for it. But any possibility of price coming back up again, this breaker is the breaker. So let's just say this breaker form inducement for this breaker. The second breaker form first inducement for the first breaker that broke structure. Let's just say that, or if price goes down and do whatever, give the entry, we'll take it. But we already know what's up. We are possibly probably expecting bearish flow on USGJPY. So let's just flow to the 4 hours time frame. On 4 hours time frame, you can see I think I was selling around here. I was selling around there and I think I lost the trade right there. So possibly I didn't even tap into this other breaker. So okay, all these are chemists, but these are people that have extra type of entry pointers that have cut this trade from right here. But we didn't. So expecting price to retrace to the breaker up here. Let me go to 3 hours. On 3 hours, you can see it clearly. You can see the other block. So the breaker block, sorry. That breaker block is where I'm going to be taking the sell from. Sorry for making the video long. So I'm taking my sell from there. It is not really only me that had this point of interest. I was really contemplating where I should take this setup from. And um Lingard was like the breaker block up here would have been better. Although a point of interest from here could possibly still hold. It has inducement. It has inducement. So we have break of structure here. We have a break of structure here. This has our first pullback. At least this pullback has moved 50%. And this is another internal inducement. And this is a POI, a point of interest that could cause a sell. And you can see that this point of interest also tapped into a 1 day breaker. Or as a chemist traders like saying it, a key point, key value, key point. So that's it. Possibly a sell from here. Possibly a sell from here because the others flowed from that whatever we saw on 1 day time frame. The breaker we saw on 1 day time frame. Or price will just come and tap into this 4 hours or 3 hours breaker and start pushing to the downside. That's what we're expecting. So if you take from here and it fails, there's a possibility that here will only when this place fails, then we'll start judging ourselves if our bearish intent was valid or not. So that's it for USJPY. For other people that would like to find re-entering buys, I don't have too many entries of I trade with rules. On live accounts, take 4 trades a week. On prop, I've increased my capacity to six trades a week on prop account. Sorry, prop I'm talking about is prop challenge, 6 trade a week on a prop challenge account. That's that you can pass it easily or pass it faster, anyone, or blow it faster, anyone. So if you take a sell from here and feel just know this place is a very valid zone to take the sell from. If you have strength to look for buys, you know that I don't know, you like taking entries very well. Probably you catch buys to the upside. And good luck to you. The next the next silver. I don't normally trade this, but Lingard is always talking about this. Always talking about this, so I have to like check what is so special about this stuff. And since I trade mostly prop, the prop has zero spread on almost all the pairs. So I said let me just trade it. So 1 month time frame, you can see price just pushing to the upside. So let's leave the 1 month time frame. Go down to the weekly time frame. On weekly time frame, let's concentrate on recent price. On recent price, what do we have? We have break of structure. Sorry, break of structure here. Pullback, inducement. Possibly price will use this breaker block right here to push to the upside. That's we're expecting retracement. We're expecting retracement. We are expecting retracement. Yeah, this is our inducement right here and everything. So the rest of the stuff, let me make this stuff snappy. If you have questions, you ask in the comment section. So I can make a video and reply your stuff or whatever you have as question. Let me finish explaining what we have on 1 week time frame. Okay, I've marked out my PI on 1 week time frame. So I've marked out my PI on 1 week time frame, and this is the inducement. I can now step down to my 1 day time frame to check what's up. Let's go back to 1 day time frame. Okay, this is inducement for the 1 week time frame, and that breaker is down there. Where's the breaker? I think the breaker is around here. The breaker should be around here on 1 day time frame. You can see that on 1 day time frame, the breaker is more close than it's on 1 week time frame. Okay, it's not more close. So this is the breaker that will help facilitate the buy to the upside. So for this breaker to hold, we're expecting a retracement. What I'm doing is just waiting for price to start tracing and start looking for sales to that POI. And you can clearly see that price it's no longer bullish on silver. You can clearly see it. Don't even have to mark it out. At least this should be a higher low, lower low, sorry, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This should be it. If price was to like come down, highest tap here, use this lower low as an internal, sorry, internal external inducement, then push to the upside. But you can see this price action here shows that price is definitely bearish. Definitely bearish. So we have what we wanted, bearish intent. And is it 4 hours? It is 4 hours. Yeah. Okay, so Lingard took a sell from here, so I'm taking my continuation entry from one. So you can see the sell from there. I'm taking my continuation entry from 1 day, sorry, 1 hour, 1 hour breaker. That's where I'm expecting to take this sell from. I don't know if this sell doesn't want to trigger or not, but this is where I'm going to be taking the sell from. Probably doesn't tap into anything to force it downwards, but you know where the inducement is. So job looking for sales. That is all I will be doing. So this is what I'm expecting from this market. If you're looking for prop that have tight spread, good funded is not really the best, but it's cheap and affordable. I'll drop the link so you could go and purchase your own account if you like. So this is for silver. Which other pair? GPJPY. GPJPY had a very nice real time inducement. Sorry, read that trend line liquidity. You can see the very nice trend line liquidity. Like everybody was really hunting for this trend line liquidity, hoping that price will take a trend line liquidity for any other buys. But remember, we have let me first step down for my 3 months time frame as usual. Load up. This is taking too long. I'll probably be done in 10 minutes. Please stay tuned. So on 3 months time frame, I just have to spot point of interest. We have other block. We have the inducement. We have the inducement right here. other block. Price tapped into it significantly. Price tapped into nearly 50% of that point of interest. So at least that high should be a very strong high. That's it. On 1 month time frame, still see the same stuff. I still see the same stuff. 1 month time frame, I see the same stuff. So um on 1 week time frame. So just remember, GJ is bullish, but it's going to it already tapped into the point of interest in 3 months time frame, but now it's doing a little retracement to it's giving a re-entry in a lower time frame, 1 week time frame. We are seeing a re-entry, and that re-entry now is what we are possibly hoping that price is going to take come down. So for more confirmation, we have a trend line resting below the entry. So once price comes and tap into it, I cover from here because here could be like a breaker where price can react from. So if price taps into this right here, it could so sharply start giving a retracement downside, or tap into the full order block or whatever. So start seeing a reaction to the downside, hopefully. So the trend line resting below. So if price was to like disrespect this point of interest, at least price should tap it and come and take out this trend line. We'll see it before to violate us or continue in our direction. Whichever way, hopefully we win. So on 1 day time frame, this is already pure and 1 week time frame. That's on 1 day time frame. We are bullish. We had a break in the trend line and we thought that price was going to take out the whole stuff. But what price just did was price just took out this as inducement, use this other block as point of interest, and continue pushing to the upside. Price just took at the high, and I think that before any serious retracement to the downside is going to occur here, price no need for price to just start giving bearish intent at least 50% before pushing to the upside. Price could just rush, tap the point of interest, and start falling down if it likes. So we are bullish. We are bullish on this stuff. If I see a buy point of interest, 4 hours, whatever, I'm taking it. Or price is kind of shaky. If I see a bullish point of interest, something like this other block is already pushing the market to the upside. I'm expecting this other block to hold. Price shouldn't start falling down or doing all that stuff. Just hold and push price up to the upside. That's what I'm expecting. So definitely bullish. What else? Gold. Gold. I took loss on gold. Very much loss. In fact, I'm angry. I was so angry. I woke up this morning so that my point of interest have not hit the sell. I had to close. I had to close in one hour profit. So good. We had this PY right here. It's like a breaker block. Gold is just gold is just tricky. I won't be going to higher time frame on gold. I don't have strength. If I just go to higher time frame, I'll see that the whole stuff is consolidating. On 4 hours, you're already seeing that this whole stuff is consolidating, but there's no need moving up there. I might be abandoning gold for now until I see something clear. Everybody just guessing. Will you buy from this other breaker, this breaker, whatever. So I might be abandoning. So we had push from the point of interest here, 4 hours. Sorry, we had it from this other place. We had this from this point of interest. I posted in community post. Sorry, in the post section on YouTube, I posted where on my entries on gold, So I was kind of doubting taking a re-entry on gold, but I took a re-entry from right here, and plus this my entry here. I think right here past my prop, I woke up and I was like 1 hour late. And good for that, unfortunately, don't help. They don't help to automatically close profits when that hits your target. That's one bad stuff about it. So I did not close. Being a man of rules, I didn't close the trade. I didn't close any of my trades. So price just came down, hit the SL. I thought I would take a re-entry on 30 minutes. You can see QMR right here. Thought I would take a re-entry here, and the re-entry hit SL. So this morning on Monday, I just woke up and I saw price around this place, and I closed it. I'm not really interested in trade anymore. But that's on gold. It really did me. I almost forgot about Euro USD. I almost, but I didn't. Let me. Okay, UAS is bullish. Let's dive in. Let's dive in it. Like just like GPUSD, that's most times I always talk about correlating pairs or relating pairs. If UASD is bullish, the possibility of GPUSD being also being bullish on that stuff. So that's why I don't really take both of them in the same direction. If I have a setup in the same direction, both of them, I'll probably just take only one. So just like GPGPY, just like GPUSD, you have a other block 3 months time frame reacting and it's dumping, was dumping. We have retracement again, price is retracing again, and we have to just vibe with the retracement. Retracement is also valid stuff. You can see where the retracement is tapping from. That from this breaker block, this is 1 week time frame. That from this breaker block, this is inducement and everything. And price is pushing to the upside. At least price should come take out this high or tap into this open and close. I just sprinkles little alchemist in my weekly direction. So alchemist strategy, the thing they try to read candles. You try to read each candles. All those reading candles, I don't think it's necessary on lower time frame. I don't really think. All I do it for my POI, inducement, whatever. But on my higher time frame, I think it's the reading of the candles are very important because these candles, like this now, 1 week to create one candle. So each candle actually makes sense to me. Like I like reading to them. So this is where price tapped into and it's pushing to the upside. So I'm expecting price to come here and fall down or just take out this whole stuff. That everything kind of depends on how fast it will be for price to hit GBP USD point of interest. Because when GBP starts reversing back down, I think Euro USD will just start reversing back down from anywhere it is. But I think to probably tap into this point of interest before to start reversing down back down. That why I don't really try trading Euro USD. It's probably because of our mentor. That why he trades it, so that's why I trade it. But I probably don't even look at it that much. Okay. But for now, we just know that price should be bullish, and we can see a trend line. I think last week, yeah, last week. This is when I talk about. I focused mainly on gold and Euro USD. This is the Euro USD I'm talking about. Last week, break of structure, inducement, forward order block, shit used. Sorry, no crosswords. Before YouTube takes me down. So the stuff used did not use the other block and he decided to use this weeks of breakout that looks very weird. Decided to use it and buy. Many people were like that I should not buy from there and the PY should be from this other block right here. But the thing is that I've just noticed like being close to Zinga and other mentors, like watching their trades both on X and everything. Notice that mostly their edge against beginners or advanced traders is that they make sure they exhaust valid POI closest to liquidity, valid point of interest. When I pulled out my range, my Fibonacci, and measured this stuff, I put out my Fibonacci and measured this stuff. The point of interest was resting perfectly in the discount level. We had this clean order block, a clean inducement that even tapped to the 50%. Like I couldn't wish for anything better. So I knew that I had to take this trade. Unfortunately, it didn't tap me in, but I mean, if it tapped me, it would have been the right decision. So this other block did not see trigger. Very exhausting last week. Almost give up in forex last week, but I'm still here. So I've shown. Don't look too much into this stuff because of this breaker block. When people are expecting sales on EURUSD, it's not really bad because if the worst case scenario, price will just take out this trend line liquidity and start pushing to the upside again, or public price will just tap into the trend line liquidity and bounce up. If I see a bullish setup on top of this trend line, I'll probably take it to like take out this high. So that's the stuff. That's the stuff. But Euro USD could possibly sell to take out the trend line or something like that. I won't know. So I don't really trade this stuff. But this stuff is bouncing off trend line, is bullish, it has been bullish, and at least you should take out this high. At least you take out this Euro USD should take out this high. And I'm not really scared of the sellers or anything. So let me just add this stuff. Then really bad. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? We talk about BTC, Euro USD, GPUSD, yeah, and that is it. That is definitely it. So that is definitely it. Sorry, I'm just talking a little bored and other things, but I'm just trying to explain this stuff. I'm not really trying to educate. I'm just trying to show you the what we are looking at this week, what I am seeing this week, what I could confirm I'm seeing this week, and through that process, you've seen my trades, possible trades that I'm waiting for. So that's all. That's definitely all. And if you want to learn from me, if you want to learn from me, my check the bio, Telegram, DM me straight to the point. So that is all. And for setups, I'm kind of tired of posting setups for free. Not many of you like criticizing people's entry. All these pro traders on social media judging people. If anybody wants to see my setups, you can DM me on Telegram first, then I'll hook you up on WhatsApp. And I could add you to the group with the fees and everything. It's not costly. So that's it. And link will be on the bio for my broker for like the best broker, whatever, and prop firm I use, what I recommend. So see you on the next video. I'm making a very good topic for Friday. Sorry, Saturday. I'm making a very good topic for Saturday, explaining better all this stuff that we need. So I'll just make a video. But I'm doing this on Fridays. No, sorry, on Tuesdays. I'll make the video on Monday. I'll post it on Tuesday. Direction, just weekly direction. Let us just vibe to it. Hope you guys engage. Please like, comment, just like and comment. Don't share, just like and comment. I really appreciate. See you on the next video. Hope you like my chat. Set and forget.